Red Flag Radio.
We see the signs.
8 years together, 5 years married, destroyed in 96 hours.
96 hours, 4 days, one long weekend.
The kind of weekend people use to go to Costa Rica.
Instead, our writer watched her entire marriage get fed into a wood chipper.
And I have to be honest with you up front. At one point in this story, she throws a glass.
She throws a glass.
She throws a glass. We are going to talk about the glass.
We are absolutely going to talk about the glass because if we don't, the comments will.
The comments are going to talk about the glass either way, Marcus.
You're listening to Red Flag Radio. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Zoe, and today we are unpacking what is, on paper, a very modern story.
Open marriage request, hotel exit, frozen joint accounts, the whole buffet.
But underneath the modern wrapper, this is one of the oldest plays in the book. The permission slip, the Darvo pivot, and the cleanup crew.
So buckle in. Here is the timeline as our listener wrote it.
Day 1, Thursday night. They are eating pasta. He puts down his fork. He says, and I quote, "I've been thinking, what if we opened things up?"
Out of nowhere, no prior conversation, no book club, no podcast they were listening to together.
Just pasta and a grenade.
She asked the obvious question, is there someone specific?
He says, "There's a coworker I'm close to, but I haven't done anything yet."
Yet.
Yet. We will be returning to yet.
She pushes. He gets defensive. He tells her she's being jealous and controlling, and that he thought she was more evolved than this.
At which point, reader, she throws a glass. Not at him, at the wall.
He leaves. He goes to a Holiday Inn.
He goes to a Holiday Inn.
Nothing says I am ready to explore enlightened new relationship structures like the complimentary breakfast buffet at a 3-star highway hotel.
Making life-altering decisions next to a communal waffle iron. Day 2, he comes back. She thinks they're going to talk. Instead, he tells her the coworker isn't hypothetical anymore. The marriage is over. And, oh, by the way, he's already moved money out of the joint accounts.
In 96 hours, this man went from hypothetically to, I have retained a separate checking account.
Which brings us to beat A, the open marriage tell.
Zoe, lay it down.
Okay, big disclaimer up top. Ethical non-monogamy is real. People do it well. People do it with spreadsheets and feelings calendars and a level of communication most monogamous couples could only dream of.
Salute to the spreadsheet people. Genuinely.
This was not that. When the open marriage ask comes out of nowhere, on a Thursday, with a specific coworker already named in paragraph 2, that is not a values conversation.
That is a permission slip.
That is a permission slip. He is not asking to explore a new relationship structure. He is asking you to pre-sign the consent form for something he has already decided to do.
It's the romantic equivalent of, hypothetically, if I were to eat the last slice of pizza, sir, the pizza is gone.
The pizza is gone, Marcus. There is sauce on your shirt.
And then there's hasn't done anything yet.
Hasn't done anything yet is doing the heaviest lifting in the English language right now.
Hasn't done anything yet is what my dog says about the steak on the counter.
Right? The steak is not safe. The steak has never been safe.
Yet is a confession with a future tense.
Which moves us into beat B, the Darvo live demo.
For folks new to the term, Darvo, deny, attack, reverse, victim, and offender.
She asks a reasonable question. Is there someone specific? He denies meaningfully, attacks her character, and reverses the roles so suddenly she's the villain.
She's jealous. She's controlling. She's not evolved.
Notice the vocabulary. Jealous, controlling, not evolved. That is weaponized therapy speak.
Therapy speak as a shield.
Therapy speak as a shield, exactly. Real growth language sounds like, I hear that this is scary for you. Weaponized growth language sounds like, Your reaction is the problem, not my behavior.
And it works because most of us have been trained to second-guess ourselves the moment someone calls us controlling.
We hear controlling, and we immediately audit our entire personality.
Meanwhile, he's the one trying to control the framing of his own affair.
Which brings us, reluctantly, to beat C. The glass.
The glass.
We are not skating past the glass.
We never skate past the glass on this show.
She threw a glass at a wall, not at him. That matters, but it does not erase it.
Run the gender flip test for me, Zoe.
If a husband, in this exact scenario, threw a glass at a wall after his wife told him she'd been emotionally entangled with a coworker, what would the comments say?
The comments would say he is unsafe. Full stop.
Right, so we have to apply the same standard here. Throwing a glass is not a healthy conflict response. It just isn't.
At the same time, there's a difference between instrumental aggression, which is using force to control someone, and a single dysregulated moment where a person breaks an object away from a partner.
Both are bad. They are not identical.
And here's what I refuse to let people do. I refuse to let people launder this into, she has a bad temper.
Oh, the bad temper laundromat.
She has a bad temper turns assault into a personality quirk. Like she's a Sagittarius. Like she runs hot.
She does not have a bad temper. She had a bad night in a marriage that just got detonated at the dinner table.
And critically, he did not leave because he felt unsafe. He left because he had a coworker and a Holiday Inn keycard waiting.
He left toward something, not away from something.
He did not leave to compliance. He left to consummation.
That is the line of the episode, by the way.
I'll take it.
Beat D, the manipulation phrase book.
My favorite segment. Zoe, give me phrase 1.
It won't interfere with our lives.
Translation?
Translation. Please pre-agree to not have feelings about the thing I am about to do.
It is a request to opt out of your own nervous system in advance.
Phrase 2. It'll make me a better partner.
Oof.
This one is spiritual bypass cheating. This is, the affair is actually for you, babe.
It's a pyramid scheme. Invest your trust now, and you'll get a better husband on the back end.
Downline husband.
Sign up 3 friends, get a slightly more emotionally available spouse.
Phrase 3. I thought you were more evolved than this.
Translation. Your boundaries are unsophisticated. Mine are enlightened.
Phrase 4. The closer. I haven't done anything yet.
We've covered yet. Yet is a countdown.
Yet is a countdown. Put it on a t-shirt.
Okay, debate time. I want to push on something.
Push.
Did he move too fast? 96 hours from what if to frozen accounts feels suspicious to me. Like, that's premeditated.
Marcus. He didn't move fast. She ended it. He just did the paperwork.
Say more.
She threw the glass on Thursday. She told him, in her own way, this is not survivable for me. He came back on Friday with the file folder.
So the speed isn't the red flag.
The speed is the green flag. Not for the marriage. For her exit.
That's a reframe.
Hear me out. Slow ambiguity is what traps people. 6 months of, are we, aren't we? Couples therapy with a man who's already mentally moved out. That's the trap.
Whereas a clean, fast, this is over and here are the financial implications, is, weirdly, a gift.
A weaponized gift. But a gift.
What about the frozen accounts? That feels icy.
It is icy. It is also self-preservation.
Talk me through it.
A man who is willing to lie about a coworker for who knows how long is a man who might also be willing to drain a joint account. Locking down shared money before a divorce is filed is not villainy. It's basic protection.
Both spouses should do it, frankly.
Both spouses should do it. Talk to a lawyer. Document everything. Don't be noble with your finances during a betrayal. Nobility is for after.
Listener prompt time.
Yes, we want to hear from you.
Has anyone ever asked you to pre-agree to something? Not a kink, not a logistics thing. A pre-agreement to not have feelings about a future event they were already planning.
An open marriage with a name attached. A guy's trip with suspiciously specific guys. A she's just a friend who somehow has your partner's location turned on.
Drop the story in the comments. Drop it in the listener line. We read every single one, even the ones we can't air.
Especially the ones we can't air, honestly.
Especially those.
Okay, takeaways. Marcus, hit me.
My one-line takeaway. When someone asks for permission for something, ask yourself if they're really asking for permission or asking for an alibi.
Permission versus alibi. That's clean.
Your turn.
My takeaway. The day after the worst night of your marriage, you do not owe anyone calm. You owe yourself a lawyer, a locksmith, and a friend who will take you to Denny's at 2 a.m.
Denny's as redemption arc.
Because when your life has completely imploded, you need a fluorescent lit room where nobody asks why you're crying into a moons over my hammy.
Keep an eye on your pizza.
We're Red Flag Radio. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Marcus. Watch the flags, trust the timeline.
See you next week.
Red Flag Radio.
We see the signs.